and I'm listening. I
Oh, okay. All right, I think we're back, everybody. Um, Black Beauty, a big shout out to you, Queen. San, I made it back. Khalifa of the Most High, good to see you, brother. Robert Epps, a big shout out to you, brother. Well, I'll read these. And what I did do, you guys, I had the presence of mind before it because at some point you gotta wait and you won't be able to see the live comments. Like if you go out of the video, if you don't just hit watch replay right now, then you can't see the live chat for a while or something. Anyways, at the present mind to screenshot the comments, so I'll be able to read your comments from before. I think I made too many of some of them because I wasn't sure if I had scrolled up or down enough, and I just screenshotted it again, so that's fine. But Robert, you say, hey everybody, they have a new black TV channel called the 365 Black, all day, every day. Now this is what I'm talking about. They will be showing all black movies and all black sitcom shows. And I don't have television. So do they have something online, Robert? All right. Let me go now and find your comments. Let's see. I need pictures. And I need screenshots. Because I was just fussing at you guys because I was telling you nobody said nothing last time we had our live, and nobody said nothing about my little new glasses so I could see y'all stuff. Because before I was sitting up here with these, I look like the Fly. I'm over it. And no matter how much I put them down my nose, they're still in the way, so I have to be doing all of this. So I got me something a little streamlined, just some cheapies from the 99. Whatever. Let's see, this is not what I need. What's going on? What's happening? Go back. What's happening? When in doubt, just go out of it completely. I'm over it. Library, I need screenshots. There we go. There we are. Safe and sound in the field. So we will begin with Khalifa. And I don't know if these are in order, but I'm just going to read the screenshots. Khalifa. I'm missing. Well, maybe I'll get that another one. You say they get in the way, their own trepidations wonder. And I'll go ahead and read the other ones by you on this one, and then you say, my motto is never take it and run with it. Check it out first, then run with it if it proves to be true. And what do I always say, Khalifa? Sweep behind me. Even I offer that, you know. I practice your principle, but I also caution anyone who listens to me. I am pretty damn sure about the things that I present, but still, I'm not perfect. You know, what's that? I'm being told I am perfect, so there's that. So don't use me. Anyways, you go on and say, I believe if we focus and concentrate, we are capable of speaking via telepathy. Yes, I want to say something about that, Khalifa. Let me read your other one. You just got cut off. Okay. I want to say something about that very quickly because I was speaking with I think it was the last time I spoke with Fashionista. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Every time I tell this story, I say this when I talk about the last time I was with my grandmother, Rahimahullah. The last day that I was with my grandmother, the queen of my entire existence, and the greatest blessing that Allah ever gave me in my existence on earth after the breath of life, was my grandmother. But that day when I was with my grandma, and you know, it's so interesting because my grandmother was still very beautiful, and she just was weak, that's all. She wasn't sick. She just was weak, you know. She was a heart patient. Her heart was very weak. And I had been there for hours. We spoke. And then she began hinting about my brother, because my grandmother was, this is where I get it from. I don't like to ask anybody for anything, but I get the greatest joy out of doing something for someone else. But I don't want to be a problem. I don't want to inconvenience. I know you don't have to. It's fine. I can. No, it's fine. I know. I just, I guess I get that from her. But my grandmother was like, she didn't want to be a burden on nobody, so she was hinting, that she wished she had talked to my brother when he's not the next sibling, but he's the next boy after me, like before me. Anyways, and I said, Graham, I can call 15. I don't know that I can hold that phone. Graham, I'll hold the phone for you. We're calling 15. I'll do it. Anyway, so I held the phone, blah, blah, blah. She talked forever with my brother. And then when we got off the phone with him, she and I said a few more words. And then, by Allah, I swear, I was sick. They had a hospital bed in her room. So I was holding her hand, or had my hand on her hand. And we were just looking into each other's eyes. That's it. And every time I share that with anyone, I always tell them, and she passed on all the final everything to me without saying a word. Everything, anything that was unspoken or needed to be, whatever, she gave it all just looking at me. I always say that. So, yes, for the telepathy. San, that's to CJ. Sweet D, no glitches, you're good. Thank you, D. That was on that one. But you guys be vigilant on this one. Like I said, if there's any glitching, let me know. And if I'm not paying attention to the comments and you're telling me, Jedi, you're glitching, whatever, then those of you that got my phone number, start blowing me up with text messages. San, sorry I didn't notice about your glasses, Jedi. Oh no, you are. Oh no, you're frozen. Okay, let me go to the next screenshot. Shout out to Smooth Lyrics. You say, by the way, what are your thoughts on Keke Palmer and how she behaved at the Usher concert? The video is on YouTube. I will pull it up and look at it, Smooth Lyrics, if you're here, and give my thoughts. You go on and say, also, what are your thoughts on the Me Too movement being used as a tool in order to take down powerful men? We've had that conversation, Smooth Lyrics. Khalifa, that was early. This was your early one when you said, greetings, great one, Brother Jedi. Sweet D, blessings. Khalifa, did you have gray hair streak or small spot in your head from a child? And if so, that explains the early wisdom you have and the insight for future. I don't, if I did, nobody ever told me. I never had a gray hair though. But my uncle Buddy, he used to, make statements that I was an old man, or I was here before, or something like this. In fact, the first time that I cussed, I was too little to know, but my grandmother and they always told me about it. I had this toy that I used to call Magic Mac Mason. That's what I used to call it my entire life. It wasn't until in probably the last 10 years that I learned it was called Major Matt Mason. Anyway, I couldn't find my Major Matt Mason toy, and we just didn't know where it was. And my grandmother tells the story every time we had gatherings. She always, and we going down memory lane, with family and stuff. She would always tell that story about how after I couldn't find my Major Matt Mason, she said, I looked at Uncle Buddy and said, Uncle Buddy, you can't have a damn thing in this house. And she said, Buddy was so tickled he couldn't kill him. San, you had said greetings to Khalifa. Sweet D, blessings to you, Simply Sandra. And then I cut it off there. Let me go to the next screenshot. Um, like I said, I'm pretty sure I got them all now. You feel me? Like, the Jedi does his work. Richard Hart, big shout out to you. My angel, I love you so much. Um, that's San to Richard. Black Beauty, did I shout you out? Black Beauty, shout out to you, Queen. Um, San to Black Beauty. Cheryl, greetings to San. San, yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. You say, please, fam, thumbs up for our Jedi on this last Sunday of the month and last Sunday of the year. Thank you, San. Um, and then you were shouting somebody out, and then my angel to Cheryl. Smooth Lyrics said, love the thumbnail Jedi. Thank you, sweet lyric or Smooth Lyrics. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's so random, and but it means something to me because I always tell you guys the hardest thing for me with any video is what to call it and a thumbnail. I can't do it. So thank you. And then there's an arrow in the way. I can't see this. Cheryl something. And a very good evening to you. Something. Oh, to my angel. Okay. My angel, you say hello, Jedi and family. Corindo, big shout out to you. That you're shouting out my angel. San to my angel to Corindo. Richard, greetings, Jedi. My angel to San to Richard. Black Beauty, hello everyone. San to Black Beauty, Cheryl to San, and then I read that one. Let's see, one more. Cheryl back again, Jedi. San, hey, I'm back with you this lovely evening. Hey, Cheryl. Corindo, I'm connected to our mother for this New Year's Eve. Good evening again, Cheryl and Simply San. That's from Corindo. Corindo, Queen of the Nation. San Jedi, did you see that this woman is coming after Jermaine Jackson? She is saying, oh, I'm glad you reminded, because I just saw that last, or maybe in the wee hours of the morning, San, and I wouldn't have remembered if you didn't say anything. I'm over it. Because I even, when I saw it, I was like, I can't. So I immediately did the math, and it was like 34 or 36 years ago. Sat your ass down, bitch. Sat. You're not a victim. More than that, I don't think that Jermaine Jackson would be guilty of this just based on because, no, he was 30 something. I think he was 30. He was in his 30s. I think he might have been 33 or 34 when this allegedly happened. I don't buy it because I can't. Let me finish that out and I'll rant about it. In 1988. And then San to Corindal. And then I think there's one more that I screenshotted just so I made sure I had gotten all of the list. Cheryl, you said something about Henry Kissinger. He did a lot of horrible shit to people. 100% true facts. Corindo, yes, so true. It seems the peacemakers, those working for justice and advancement, are dying off. Yes. I think you meant working against justice. CJ, a big shout out to you, Queen. And I just want to say a general statement to any of you all who know that you've been with me forever. through shutdown channels, through my um, my growth and development, my woes, um, my emotional up and downs, um, my joys, my sorrows, just everything. I thank you. And my only regret is that I don't get to know you personally, you know, to see you, to hear you, many of you. That's the most frustrating thing, you know. So I appreciate you so much. Um, Khalifa, you say they get in the way. There, oh, I read that. Then that's, I read that. So it's okay. So that was a duplicate. I screenshotted it twice because I wasn't sure. Uh, yeah. And then there's one Sweet D said, I spoke too soon. When she just said there's no glitches, I'm good. Then I glitched. Okay. Now we'll just come to where we are now. Um, uh, Robert, I read that. Baba Rashan, Happy New Year, and a big shout out to you, Elder. So good to see you. Thank you. It's an honor to have you. Anytime you stop by my channel, brother, I appreciate you so much. San, Black Channel, thanks for the info on that, Robert. Am I glitching, y'all? No. Um, no, I'm not glitching. Okay. Um, San, Black Channel, thanks for the info on that, Robert. I'm going to check it out. Robert, you said I don't know about online, but I'm telling you they are showing all the black movies of the 90s and all the black sitcoms. Remember Rock? I didn't love Rock at all, but I remember it. It was big. They will be showing that. It's starting tomorrow. Okay. I'll still look it up online. You know, if they don't show anything, I'll just look it up just so I know where it originated, what network is it on, who owns it, those types of things. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up. Thank you, San. Yeah, thumbs up, everybody. Let's thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up. You know, you're my last hope, everybody. You know, I'm shadow banned. I've been through 2 shutdown channels. They play all kinds of games. They play with my view count and everything else. Here we sit now. The one thing you can do is to thumbs up so we help the algorithm while I'm on live. Are you with the white devil or are you with me? Um, that's San to Baba Rashan. Sweet D, another shout out to you. You're back. Robert, I think it's a sister station to Bounce TV, but it is way better than Bounce TV. Again, the name of this new black channel is called the 365. Hmm. Interesting. That's to Sweet D. Uh, Kai, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Allahu Akbar. Salam Walaikum Salam, Kai. I love you, brother. This has been a weird year for me, But in 2024, inshallah, I'm able to commune with you. Kai, before I even finished reading or see anything else you wrote, I was thinking already the same thing. Either it was, yeah, I was out today. And I said that. I was going to just leave. I was going to call you. I wasn't going to text. I was just going to call. And I said, if he's busy, I don't mind if he doesn't answer. But I just want to leave him a message recommitting for 2024. So great intellectual minds and pure hearts echo the same music. Appreciate you. But you go on and say, with you and see you this upcoming year. Love you for all that you bring to my orbit. And I echo everything that you say, brother, 100%. And I am glad to know that you're well, and also your young prince and your family, inshallah. And I always keep you in my prayers, Kai. Always. Son, you say, I don't believe it either, Jedi. First Michael, now Jermaine. Yeah, and, well, no, wait, there's more. Robert, on the 365, they will be showing Family Matters, Rock. I didn't watch Family Matters. I didn't watch Rock. Those weren't funny to me. Like I've told you guys, my brand of humor. Like I wasn't a Martin fan. To me, that's a fart joke. I'm, I love funny stuff. I love things that just kill me dead. Like, oh my God, I can't go on. Oh my, But that type of humor doesn't do. For me, you know. Um, um, but I'll say that in a minute. You say, are we there yet? Comedy, TV, sitcom, and other old black sitcoms and black movies. Um, San, you say, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for all your wisdom and hard work. Thank you, San. I appreciate that. We are not with that with that evil white devil demon. What was I gonna say? Um, Something. First the humor. For me, like I'll give you a example of stuff that's funny to me. You know, like physical humor is funny to me, but it can't just be gratuitous and something that's like for a 3-year-old. It can't be immature. Just what makes me laugh makes me laugh. I tell you, somebody that kills me on a sitcom is the drunken bitch on this show. I don't know if I think it's off because I've been at TV for a very long time. Since long before I left for Africa. But this drunken bitch, Karen Walker, on Will and Grace. As soon as I see her, I start laughing. The way they wrote the lines, the way she delivered them, what her character was, funny, funny, funny. And the guy that played Jack, so it should have been called Jack and Karen, not Will and Grace. Because Jack and Karen were the funny ones, man. Funny. Ah. I love anything in living color for the most part. There was this one skit that used to be the white chick Kelly Caulfield. Just like Keenan went out and found the funniest white dude on the planet, he found the funniest white bitch on the planet. And it was this Kelly Caulfield bitch. She's probably one of the only ones from that show that didn't have a career after that show. And I don't know why, because she's funny. But one of the skits that she used to do, where everything was in color and just her ass was in black and white. And then she would be, it was something with this Johnny thing, and she would have a cigarette. I need something. Oh, I was using my Carmex. She'd be like, and she's saying stuff that's not in this time, and then I think it was either it was either Tommy Davidson or one of the Wayans brothers she goes to the ice cream shop, and everybody's Johnny. She's Johnny. I just wanted to tell you such and such, Johnny. And she's got the, I can't even describe it to you. It won't be funny for you, but it kills. And another skit she had was, it was her and Jim Carrey, where where they're making fun of Lassie. Because I hated Lassie growing up. Like, I was not into Lassie. That was not my show. But I got the reference though, because it was this dog. When the dog barks, white people just understand what the fuck the dog just barked. So they were like taken to the next level. So Lassie would come in barking, and she played Jim Carrey's mother, and Jim Carrey go, "What is it, Lassie? What is it, girl?" And really like white, and then, "Mom, what is Lassie saying?" And then Lassie go, "Roof, roof, roof," and she goes, "Lassie is saying that selling arms to the Sandinistas would be disadvantageous to NATO." I'm still dead over that. I'm still dead. I'm st- I was like, "Fuck you, bitch." Like, that Lassie said all of that. Like, I can't. It was just, but that's like humor like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that cracks me up, but it's just, man, I can't. um, Living single, all of that. They was all funny. Um, I can't think of shows now, but anyways, but yeah. But Rock and the other thing that just those were, and Family Matters, Urkel. And my little nephew Michael was going, "Did I do that?" And sounded exactly like him, so he got punched every time he said it to me. Whatever. Um, yeah. But then the Jermaine Jackson thing, I don't believe it because uh, they're just bound and determined that they're going to tear that Jackson family down. You know, it doesn't matter. White people, under the sound of my voice, until I die and into infinity, you will never create any artist or celebrity bigger than what we have produced. You don't have it. Michael Joseph Jackson is the most famous human being ever recorded in human history, and was, and is still now the greatest entertainer the world has ever witnessed. Period. The fucking end. Done. And there is no greater musical dynasty family than the Jacksons. Go forth and tell that into the land. But I don't believe it because, especially, listen, you go back and you watch like their victory tour and I think they had a Triumph tour or something. Early Jackson tours, not even Jackson 5 even, when the other brothers, Tito, Jermaine, and Jackie were older. Um, we think of them as the Jacksons and these nice, shy, talking people. You see them on this, those some ripped niggas. Those are niggas up there. You like, those is brothers from around the way up there. Shredded and all that. You see black person. That's important to mention, you guys, because I've said something to you in the past when I've talked about Michael. What, at a Michael Jackson concert, when you see videos and stuff like that, you don't see his incidentals. You're seeing camera shots, and he's coming this way, and then another camera shot, and from another angle. When you just see it, there's no cuts and edits. You go, "That's a black dude." The way he moves when he's just doing nothing, you go, "That's a black dude." And when he does his this long piece, I think it's at the end of Billie Jean, where he's doing all this pop locking stuff and all this stuff in just this one pin light. I've never seen it on video or TV the way I saw it 3 times in person. You go, "That's a street dude right there. That's a street dude. That's a street dude." So my point is that they're from the Midwest like my family. They was down the street from me. We from Southside Chicago. They from Gary, Indiana. And their father was like my father from the old school where we still got the gift. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So understand the Jackson brothers are putting it down. And you could just look at Jermaine. So you see him now with the tattooed hair. Maybe not so much. All right. But back when he wasn't wearing the tattooed hair, Jermaine was a hot commodity. You see what I'm saying? probably almost as good looking as me. I mean, the jury's still out, but I don't want to get into it. Uh, but girls have been throwing themselves at Jermaine since he was a preteen. He can have his pick. Michael used to tell the story of they'd be on tour, and then girls would be, they would be make arrangements for girls to be coming back to the hotel, and sometimes Michael would just have to turn over in his bed and play sleep while they smashing. You feel me? So they've been getting it in. Like Jermaine don't need to do that. He's not. You could just look at him and know he don't need to do stuff like that. That no. And I don't know any of the other details. Who is the bitch? Is it a white bitch? What is she alleging happened? And just the details on it. Like, I'm over it, man. And it's too late now. I'm just over, because again, if it was a righteous society, I would feel differently. But this is a fucking crack house. This whole country, the proverbial crack house, the most unholy place you could live. So don't come complain about some shit that's unholy, bitch. Don't do it. Don't. And you don't get to come 30-something years later and claim that you're still now a victim now. That doesn't work for me on any level. Because I've lived long enough to know that time heals everything. It just goddamn it does. As my grandma used to say, if you just live. If you just live. So I can't with her. Whoever she is, I don't feel no sympathy. The bitch needs to die, and I don't believe you. And even if it did, too late. Too late. Too late. Because what do you want now? What do you want now? You've had this long to tell it. What do you want? What's the value? What's the value? What is the value? What you want something to happen to Jermaine now? No. We're not doing that. Damn it. Wait, where did I do my glasses? Oh. Robert, you say this new channel just shows how powerful and beautiful we really are. We need our own nation. Well, I think that's a little bit too much credit right now, Robert. You say this new station just how powerful and beautiful. Well, we're not really powerful. We are, but we won't exercise it. We won't do it. We won't. We won't. And I hate things like this, because this is right up there with Oprah or Barack or any one black person, or somebody in the correct congressional black caucus, or somebody, a mayor or a police chief or something. That's a personal achievement for that person, or in this case, this whoever runs this and that. It doesn't have any wide implications for us. It just doesn't. It don't. I'm looking for the things that have an impact on all of us. Black people, that's it. That you did something for us, and this is ours. You understand? And a TV station is just not going to do it for me. It's just not good enough for me. I'd like to send that back, please. I'd like to send this back, waiter. Just like to send it back. Yeah, it just doesn't meet the bar for me. We need more. It's right up there with NBA players going out and giving out turkeys and T-shirts and shit at the holidays. But San agrees with you. You say now, nah, the Martin Lawrence show is my favorite comedy show of all time, and a lot of black folks love it. I just never thought Martin was funny anyway. And so even his supporting cast didn't do anything for me. How many times I hear Gina or Martin? It just didn't do anything. And that's okay if anybody else thought it was funny. I'm not even mad at that. Like, it's like with hip hop. Millions of people love it. I just can't figure it out. I want to be a part of the party, but I just can't get there. I can't get there. And I'm a musician. Like, I play violin, I play French horn, I play piano, I play keyboards, I sing, I taught dance, I've been on stages and in movies and television and na. Music is my entire life. I don't know what life would be without music for me. And I just don't get hip hop. Just don't get it. Just don't get it. So maybe this is one of those things, you know. It just wasn't funny for me. Just didn't have it. Just did not have it. Just didn't have it. But living color, oh my God. I have a video here on the channel where I go through, in fact, it was a new year. It was my first video back of some new year. And I'm going through sitcoms. I'm showing clips from the sitcoms. And then my crescendo, I said, but nothing beats. And then I hit you with, ta na 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 na, you can do what you wanna do. In living color, in living color, and then boom, Heavy D comes out of the thing and is performing it live. Like, it's here on the channel, you could watch it. Living Color was destination television, dude. But no cars on the street, nothing. That was the show. Ugh. San, Living Single, that was everything. I love Max. That was my girl, Maxine Shaw. She rides the Maverick. No, when she rides the Maverick, she means it. You know, Sinclair, Regine. Oh, that was the character. My least favorite character was the dude that talked like this, and Max, the dude, him and Max. I was glad he was there. It just wasn't for me, you know. I just couldn't get past his look. I think it was something weird about his head, and and his locks didn't really. It was just I couldn't get there. Just couldn't get there. But love that show, man. Love it, love it, love it. Robert, yeah, they got the show Friends from Living Single. Those copycats. That's why we need to separate. Yeah. Uh-oh. I saw a glitch. I'm seeing glitches. I'm seeing glitches, y'all. Okay, here's going to be our evacuation plan. If we get cut off again, I'm going to come back one more time. If we get cut off again, I'm going to come back one more time. We'll do a part 3. And then we'll just give thanks and praise to Allah that we were able to get anything. But I'm seeing glitches now. I'll try and get through your comments. San says, yeah, you're right, Robert. San, oh, Robert, you said my husband, Don, was looking for the black channel. He said that it's not coming to South Florida. I live in Fort Lauderdale, so we are not going to get it. Oh, well, there's that. Robert, I heard that the cast of Friends got $1 million, yep, for each and every episode, but that Martin Lawrence show and Living Color made Fox what they are today, and they aren't getting paid like Friends. No, they weren't. And in fact, the WB and another one, that was their thing. They always put out big black shows just to get their network off the ground, and they get rid of you. You see. Let's not forget A Different World. You know, they did them dirty too. Kadeem Hardison and the guy that played, forget his name now, literally pulled in their Maseratis or Ferraris or some shit, even though they were fired, and the show was it was a whole thing, man. Like, fuck white people to the end of time. And anything that they have nothing original. So anything they've conjured, they've only siphoned it from us, no matter what it is in life. San, I heard about that, Robert. The black actors and actresses made them rich. Yeah, and we just learned too that Terrence Howard only got $12,000 an episode for Empire. That's nothing. It's a lot of money for you and me. Son, why is this heifer waiting 30 something years? Oh my God, lying ass. I'm saying, Robert, they showing Dr. Martin Luther King's son on here. I almost have a faint tear in my eye right now. Which son? If it's not Dexter, I'm not interested. Where is Dexter King? I'm hearing fireworks now. Um, Robert, they glitching because there is too much truth being told right now. Amen. Son, I'm seeing glitches it as well, Jedi. Yeah, I'm seeing glitches too. And I'm getting the thing backstage here now that they're not receiving enough video from me, from my streaming software today, bitch ass. It's all lies. We sat up here the other night for 7 hours. Well, after we had a 5 hour stretch with nothing, no problems. After we glitched at first, then it was 5 hours of nothing. So I'm same dude doing the same shit. How you suddenly it's not enough. Changing the rules while I'm playing the game. I can't take it much longer. I think I may go insane. And then Michelle Obama talked about the shifting and moving bar. The shifting and moving bar. Shifting and moving. My angel. I thought Dexter was living in California. I will look him up. You say, and he's married to a Karen. I don't know. I feel like somebody said that sometime back. I don't know. At this point, I can get the indictment after we find out where he is. You know, because like, where's Dexter King? Like, where's Dexter King? I wanted to get a T-shirt that just says, "Where's Dexter King?" Because remember, you guys, I was on live and I called the King Center in Atlanta live on here for you guys, and even the chick that answered the phone, she worked there, and I'm like, Dexter King, and she was like, who? And I was like, that's the the one that looks just like him, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, that's, and she worked there, and she was like, oh yeah, huh? Like, people forget that he exists. He's the one that looks and sounds just the fuck like Dr. King was never killed. But every time they roll out these fat pork chop ass people that don't look anything like him, and they've done nothing but betray us. But there's always one in the family, everybody. Always one. And for me, I'm that one. You understand? The one where shit don't just get past your gate and everything is not cool and it's a problem and I'm going to contest and this is not. And so Dexter's probably that one. Remember, he's the one that went to see James Earl Ray in prison. The family didn't want him to go. But he's the one that went and sat with James Earl Ray in that prison and said, I believe you did not kill my father. You had nothing to do with it. Dexter goddamn King. Oh, I'm supposed to be trying to find you guys some pictures of my store because I mentioned it so much at different times over the years, and I've never really shared it with you, so I'd like to try to find something to share with you. I don't know where to look. I'll just see what I can find, y'all. And the most rewarding thing for me was when little kids and teenagers and young adults would come into my store and they go, you work here? And go, no, little man, I own it. You know, I had a DVD player and a TV set up in the back. You came into my store, you're going to sit your ass back there and watch documentaries. You understand? I had them watching Hidden Colors. They were watching another piece called 500 Years Later. I had them watching documentaries about the Kennedy assassination. Uh, I had a bunch of DVDs, but you gonna come to my store, I'll give you a piece of pizza and sit your ass back there and watch some shit that matters. Do you understand? So my store was really the spot, man. The spot. And when I closed it down, the winds of change were on my life. And I had proven the business model because I started out my fragrance business with my incense and my oils. But from the beginning, I knew I didn't just want to be like the incense guy. I'm like, this has to be a company. Like, come on. And so I did that, and I built my own website. It was a thing of beauty. I was shipping all over the world, and I I first started out in like just the guy that show up in the barber shop and the hair salon, and I'm at the shopping center. That was all market research, perfecting my fragrances and things like that. Then I added body butters, and what made those so amazing is because the shea butter that I imported in San, I sent you some shea butter, but I used the actual shea butter. It's white, you understand? It's very silky. That would be what I started with, but I infused it with other things, and then I'll also infuse it with my body oils. So if you're a man and I had a lot of construction brothers that would be tracking me down, and certainly once I got the store, they would be coming in, or just Ashy Brothers in general, because my whole goal was when you come out of the shower, you put this on, you got your moisture and your fragrance, and you're done. And I guarantee you'll never be ashy. Guarantee it. You understand? So I had men's fragrances and I had women's fragrances in the body butters. Then I had lotions, and of course your straight body oils. And then I had soaps, all sorts of African soaps and accessories, and then I had beautiful lamps, and it was a whole thing. And I started with that, and then I approached my first smoke shop. One turned into two very quickly because he was like, do you have display? I'm like, of course I have display. I don't have a fucking display. I was like, of course I have it. He goes, well, if you got a display, then I'll have it in my other store too. I go, well, I'll just prepare inventory for both stores because I know you're going to love my display. I scrambled to find. So 2 turned into 10, turned into 56. So I had 56 locations, liquor stores, beauty supplies, smoke shops, everything, carrying my stuff. And I appreciate this one sister that gave me a whole section in her beauty supply store for my body butters. And then that ended up paying for my brick and mortar, but you can't fill up a retail space with that. So that became a small part of the space, but I have a huge background in retail. So, boom. Well, if I find the damn pictures, then you'll see what it became. And and that all paid for the store. So then the goal was then now to just start reproducing this model and just start opening a chain of stores. But I didn't have anybody to share it with. That was one. And then 2 was I just knew I don't think I'm gonna be in California. The Africa wave hadn't come over me yet. I hadn't even started doing YouTube videos yet. But I just knew the winds of change were on me, and and long story short, eventually I just began landing. I just say it was so much for me, and when I looked back over the years and all the things that I did to build that, I just go, how did I do that? I had gift boxes, y'all, for Valentine's Day. I had beautiful baskets that I produced for Christmas and the bullshit. It was just, I'm the buyer for my store. So many personal man hours of sourcing, the right products for the store. And, it's easier to shop for women, but it's also very difficult because it's more expensive to buy the clothes for you. But then also, the sizes, so you can't wear what the little girls wear, but you want the shit, but you don't want to pay more than the skinny girls. I can't do that because they charging me more for your big ass. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, so that made it difficult, and then there's just so much variety to women's stuff, man. You know, but I'm an expert on women, black women, when it comes to seeing you, and I can dress you. You know, but just from my own relationships, I already had that experience. But then it just went up more notches because then when I'm any place in a grocery store, wherever I see a sister, hey, my sister, I see your sandals. Why are you wearing those sandals? Oh, because they cute and they make my feet this and that. I'm getting a whole thing. Why does she like that sandal? You feel me? This legging, this pair of jeans, this whatever, everything that woman is wearing. Why are you wearing that? What'd you pay for it? What's the price point? Where'd you buy it? Everything. And what I appreciate about my women is they were the reason for my whole success because I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go with as far as my clothing items when I opened. And so literally